So today we are going to solve the derivation of time period for simple pendulum. Okay, derivation of time period for simple pendulum, it carries 5 marks. Okay, that we need to find out what is the time period, right, of oscillation that we need to find for the simple pendulum. Okay, so here let us move on to the practical case first. As you can see here in the simple pendulum, as it is oscillating, okay, as you can see here it is oscillating like this. So when we are taking it here, first anyhow we have to take it here to this position, okay, by applying some force. Okay, when we will give some height, okay, it will achieve mgh energy at this particular position, that we know it very well. So previously you can see this diagram and you can capture the image clearly. That is, when the point is here, it is having a potential energy 0 but kinetic energy is maximum. Okay, kinetic energy formula is wrong here, right? So kinetic energy is maximum, but when reaching at this position your kinetic energy is maximum, potential energy is maximum at this point because it's the topmost position, but the kinetic energy is 0. And here at this point, while coming to this state, kinetic energy is maximum, potential energy is almost 0. But when it is going to the topmost section again to the negative extreme position, here the potential energy again maximum and the kinetic energy is 0. That's the thing everybody knows about it. And now let us see which force is making this pendulum to come to this position. Okay, which force is there which is acting on this pendulum to bring this pendulum to this position. Okay, we are taking this pendulum to this side, okay, from the mean position to the extreme position to the point B, we are taking like this. But what force is taking the pendulum from the B point to the mean point? What force is there? That one we need to derive, and from that we can derive the calculation from the of the time period. Okay, so here if I will do the derivation, then obviously we know it very well, only weight is the force which is acting perfectly, right? And that weight, that is known as the mg. If it is mg, okay, and where exactly the mg is working right now, here this I can take the angle theta. Okay, this I will take the angle theta. As you can see the image clearly, let me make it broad again. Okay, like this. Okay, so what I will do here, actually the mg is acting, right? Because of the force mg only it is going to come, but what component of mg is acting? Because of that the pendulum is coming to this position, that we need to find. Okay, and according to the picture, where actually the mg is working here at an angle theta. So if this is mg, so the side belonging to the angle theta will be your mg cos theta. Okay, and the opposite will be your mg sine theta. Okay, this opposite will be your mg sine theta. This mg sine theta is the force which brings your pendulum to the mean position. Okay, this kind of force is known as obviously the restoring force, because everybody wants there should be no change. Okay, so it always tries to take the pendulum to the mean position, but it doesn't stop here. Okay, while there is a oscillation, you can say this pendulum doesn't stop at this mean position, again it goes to negative extreme point. Negative extreme point, why? Because of the inertia. Okay, because of the velocity it has, so that's why it has inertia, that's why it is making a oscillation like this. Okay, now already everybody know regarding this one, the point that I found. If this is mg, this is mg cos theta, so this is mg sin theta. Okay, so this side also mg sin theta will be in this direction. Okay, this is, you can say, mg, this is mg cos theta, and this one, this arrow mark is your mg sin theta. Okay, so because of the mg sin theta, it is able to come from the extreme position to the mean position, right? So which force is necessary? Mg force. Obviously that one is the force which is acting. And you people may ask that what happened with mg cos theta? This is mg, okay, this is mg cos theta. Now you can say, sir, mg cos theta is present. Now what happened with mg cos theta? Because of the mg cos theta, you can think that this pendulum may move in this direction, okay, but exactly it is not happening. Okay, is this pendulum going to this direction? No, this pendulum is rotating like this, oscillating like this. Okay, this pendulum is not going in the mg cos theta direction. Why it is not going? Because there is another force here which is acting in the string, known as the tensile force, okay, known as the tension force. This tension is making equal to your mg cos theta. That's why your pendulum is at this position. Okay, here you can say the tension in the string is equal to mg cos theta, right? So because of that, it is not acting. So which one is not balanced? Obviously mg sin theta. No one is there to balance the mg sin theta, right? As net force is your mg sin theta in this direction, so that's why the pendulum moves like this. And why it doesn't stops? Because of the inertia. And you people need to know one thing clearly, that when reaching at this point, the velocity will become 0. At this point, the velocity will become 0. And after that, again it increases the velocity. Okay, and one more thing also you need to remember, the displacement is made from this position to this position. This is x, suppose the displacement. But where the force is working? The force is working in this direction. Okay, so displacement and force are opposite to each other. Okay, so here you can have to use negative sign. While making the derivation, you will be getting the picture clearly, right? So what is the force necessary? Mg sin theta. That is for the restoring force. And one more thing, for the perfect oscillation, you need two things have to be very perfect. Okay, very much perfect. What is that? The string not have to be, you can say, very much flexible. If it is flexible, then while oscillation it will move like this. Okay, so you will not get a perfect oscillation. Okay, what will happen? Due to the extension or elastic nature of that one, it may extend. Okay, so because of that, you may face the problem. Okay, and there should be a rigid surface. This one must have to be rigid one. Okay, then only you can make the oscillation much clearly, okay, or much perfectly, right? Now moving on to the derivation section. So what is there here? Derivation of time period of the simple pendulum. So what is the restoring force is being applied here? F equal to mg sin theta, right? Going right and left of the extreme position that is being mentioned. So F I can represent with ma, okay, mass into acceleration, okay, because it will achieve the acceleration. As it is having the mass, it will achieve the acceleration and it will move to the another extreme position, right? So I will write it as ma is equal to mg sin theta. Just place the value of force. Now m and m is being cancelled, so you will get the value, that is a equal to g. And now to put the value of sine theta, you can see here this angle is very less. Okay, this angle, this is the angle, this angle is obviously very less. Okay, whatever is the oscillation that you are making, the oscillation that you have to make, if that is there in the practical session, due to the pandemic we are not able to do this one. If you want to do a perfect oscillation, you have to make a displacement very less, or you have to take it to the very small displacement section, extreme section, then you have to leave it. Then the oscillation will take place like this, very slowly and much perfectly. Okay, now the thing is that here the theta, the angle that is being made, okay, this theta angle is very small. And in mathematics, for the small angle, sine theta is equal to tan theta is equal to the very small angle theta, right? And for the very small angle theta, there is a very simple calculation. What is that one? arc upon radius. Okay, what is the arc here? This is the arc. Okay, arc upon radius, right? So you can see here in the picture, this one, what is the arc and what is the radius. You can see here clearly. Your arc is, if I will take this section, okay, this one triangle, okay, any triangle you can take. So let me take this triangle. Okay, what is the arc here? Arc is x, okay, upon L. Okay, arc upon radius. What is the radius? L. Okay, arc upon radius, x upon L. So let us place it. The theta value is arc upon radius, that is x upon L. So the formula is A into G into x by L. Okay, but here you have to put the negative sign, but generally during the calculation, further calculation, we are eliminating. If you want to find out the direction, it should be negative. Acceleration is negative of the displacement, because when you will make the displacement in this direction, okay, x, but here after this moving at to this position, the acceleration due to the force, what is the force? Mg sine theta. Because of this force mg sine theta, the acceleration acts in this direction. Okay, so x is in this side, a is in this side, so obviously it is a negative relation. Okay, so negative relation, you can write it as a equal to minus g by l into x. Okay, minus g by l into x, but we are not taking here the negative as a equation, as we are going to proceed the equation further. So let us take it as equation number 1, the previous one, without direction magnitude value. Okay, now here I have also written negative sign indicates acceleration is opposite of the displacement, right? Now we, till now we have found out what is a formula, minus g by l into x. Okay, now we know the formula of the time period, that is 2 pi into root over of y by a. Okay, this is what the formula for the time period section. How can we found this one? Let us see here clearly. That is for the acceleration concept. Okay, here you can see for the acceleration another derivation. This is for the 2 mark. Let us see it clearly what is happening here. Acceleration is what? dv upon dt. Last class we found out what is the velocity. Velocity is a omega cos omega t. This is the another formula, but what is the formula according to the cos? That is a omega cos omega t. According to the time, the formula is a omega cos omega t. Okay, so if I will place it here, d by dt of a omega cos omega t, then the formula is, if I will take a omega outside, okay, the differentiation of cos omega t is your minus sine omega t. As I told you earlier, the thing is that you have to take the negative sign, and sine omega t is the differentiation of cos omega t. And last class I told you that while doing the differentiation of this kind of things, what you have to do, d by dt of cos omega t, the constant section will be written first, then after that this differentiation. The differentiation of cos omega t is simply sine omega t minus. Okay, so sine omega t's differentiation is cos omega t, but cos omega t's differentiation is minus sine omega t into omega. Minus sine omega t into omega. So this is minus a omega square, or you can say minus a omega into omega sine omega t. Okay, just I have placed the differentiation of cos omega t, as a omega is outside and differentiation of cos omega t is omega sine omega t and negative sign outside. So this will be omega into omega is omega square. This is omega square sine omega t. Okay, and we know it very well. If I will take a sine omega t, what is a sine omega t is equal to y. Last class we have discovered this one, y equal to a sine omega t. So simply instead of a sine, this one a sine omega t, I will take it as y and omega square as it is. So the formula will become minus omega square into y. Okay, now place the value. Let us neglect this negative sign because we have to take the, what you can say, magnitude value. So if I will cancel this one, because acceleration in both direction, okay, one is positive and one is negative, here I can say the modulus of a, then at this minus will be neglected. So for that case, if I will place the omega value, that is what, 2 pi by t. So this will become 2 pi by t's whole square is 4 pi square by t square into y, because 2 pi t's whole square is 4 pi square t square into y. Okay, now proceed it further. What you will achieve? 4 pi square into y by a. Okay, t square is equal to 4 pi square into y by a. 4 pi square into y by a. What I have done here, instead of acceleration, here is the formula. Okay, here is the formula. In order to find the time period, this is what, a equal to 4 pi square by t square into y. In order to find out the t square, then t square if I will take outside, then this a will go back to here, right? So this will become 4 pi square divided by a into y. 4 pi square by a into y. Okay, so this is the formula, 4 pi square by a into y. So what is t square equal to? 4 pi square into y by a, or 4 pi square by a into y. As you can see here clearly, 4 pi square into y by a. So what will be your t? Root over of this one. So root over means 4 pi square's root over is 2 pi, and this will be root over of y by a. So how can I will write the time period? Time period is 2 pi into root over of this y is known as the displacement divided by a is known as the acceleration. Okay, so what is the formula? Time period equal to 2 pi into root over of displacement upon acceleration. Okay, clear everyone? Yes or no? Switch on your mic and say me yes if you understood up to this. Okay, so what is the formula that we have achieved? T equal to 2 pi into root over of y by a, that is displacement upon acceleration, right? Now proceed it further. Okay, where we are doing this one, we are using in this, okay, this formula. Here we have stopped. So here I have applied as I want to find out the time period. So previously I have what formula? I have a formula for the simple form pendulum is 2 pi into root over of y by a, right? And y by a is what? Displacement over acceleration. So what is the displacement over here? X. In this particular derivation, what is the displacement? X. And what is the acceleration? A. And look at here, what is x upon a? You can see here in this formula, the previous formula, just find it x upon a. In this, from this formula, from equation number 1, just find out x upon a. So if I will take this side a to this side, then this will become x by a is equal to L by g. Okay, so if I will take x by a, okay, that is displacement upon acceleration. I want to find out the equation in this manner. So what I will do, take this a to this side and L and g to opposite side of the equation. Then how can I will arrange? I can arrange it as x by a is equal to this L will go this side, right? This will be L upon g. This g is going to be divided, that's why L upon g. So x by a is equal to L by g. Okay, x by a equal to L by g. Okay, so now let us place this equation. Okay, so t equal to 2 pi into root over of L upon g. Okay, so this is what? Complete derivation of time period while a particle is oscillating. Okay, here instead of y by a, instead of y we are using the symbol x in this particular derivation, right? So here x by a is what? L by g. Just place it. This will become 2 pi into root over of L by g. So this is the formula or derivation of time period, that is for the 5 mark. Okay, so here this one is what? Derivation of time period for a simple pendulum, and here this one is the time period is being found out from the acceleration. For the acceleration, you will get a formula for acceleration. This will be 2-mark derivation, and for the time period, from the acceleration we are going to find out the time period. This is another 2-mark derivation. Okay, you can expect. Okay, and for that, another derivation for the 5-mark is the total time period calculation, capital T, for the simple pendulum, taking the length and oscillation into account. Length, oscillation and force into account. Right? Here it will be, in the question it will be mentioned completely. Now, there is another long question what we are going to study. There are two long questions in this chapter. One is the time period, as I told you. Which time period? This is the formula, derivation of time period. Another formula is, or another long question is this one, that is energy of particle making oscillation. Okay, energy of particle making oscillation. Okay, that one we need to find. Clearly, how can I will find? As it is making a to and fro motion, obviously we have to take the modulus of it for a complete oscillation. So for the modulus of acceleration, we are not taking negative sign, we are taking simply omega square y. Okay. Now, so here if the particle is making a oscillatory motion, then what are the energies being involved? Okay, we know it clearly. One energy is kinetic energy, another energy is your potential energy, right? So we have to derive it clearly. Previously, what data is with here? Suppose this is the pendulum at this mean position. These are the two extreme points. One is minus a, another one is a and minus a. This is the 0th position. Now let's say the pendulum is displaced up to this, up to point y. Okay, by making an angle omega t. Okay, so yth displacement, very small displacement is there. So we are doing a very small work done. So very small work done is represented as dw. Okay, now proceed it further. So what further data, or you can say prior data are with us? One is displacement, we know y equal to a sin omega t. In that, omega t is known as the phase. Okay, now look at here clearly. What is the next preceding? Let the force is F equal to ma. What is being involved during the motion? Okay, during the motion of the pendulum, this is the ma is being involved. So m into a, how can I will represent? M as usual, and for the oscillation we found out the formula for a is equal to omega square into y. Take it as omega square into y as positive. Now, as I showed you in the figure, there is only a small displacement. Here to here only I displaced. Small displacement up to y. Okay, this small displacement, let us take it as dy. Okay, let us take it as this small displacement as dy. So there will be a small work done involved. What is the small work done? dw. So let the small displacement is dy. So the small work done dw is equal to, formula is force, that is m omega square y, force into displacement. And what is the displacement we made? dy. Right. Now we are calculating the full calculation, that is what? Full displacement y. How can I will find? This is 0, this is dy. Okay, this to this dy, this to this is y. Okay, so how can I will calculate? I can calculate this one by using the what kind of formula? By using the integration formula. Because to calculate the bigger quantity, we have to add the smaller quantities. dw is a small work done. By doing a small work, small displacement y, dy, like this, we will reach at the y. Right? So dw is equal to integration of dw. Okay, total work done is we have to integrate both sides. Integration of dw is equal to integration of m omega square y into dy. Because small is present, we have to calculate for the bigger one. So integrating both sides. So integration of dw simply will give you total work done w. And we know it, if you will do the work, you are going to achieve the energy. Okay, so this energy is m omega square outside, and what you need to integrate? Y dy, this is the respective term. So m omega square outside, and what is integration of y dy? Y square by 2. Okay, so m omega square into y square by 2. Okay, w is equal to, now let us proceed it further. This is m omega square into y square by 2. Okay, so the potential energy, because we are taking the pendulum to this position, what we are achieving? Potential energy. So potential energy is that we have achieved, I can write it rearranging this one, half into m omega square into y square. Just I am arranging. Now let us place the value of y. What is the value of y? A sine omega t, right? If it is a sine omega t, then what is y square? A square sine square omega t, right? So just place it. Y square is equal to half m omega square as it is, and y square equal to a square sine square omega t. This is known as the potential energy. While returning, okay, while returning from this section, okay, it will achieve a kinetic energy. Okay, while returning to the mean position, it will achieve a kinetic energy, and we know it, what the kinetic energy involved in each and every process. Half mv square, half m as it is, and what is v square? V square, last class we have found, what is that? Omega square into a square minus of y square. This is the formula for v square. This you can see here, v square is equal to omega square. Okay, v is this one, omega into root over of a square minus of y square. If I will take it v square, then omega square and this root is going to be cancelled. It will be simply a square minus of y square, right? So simply I can write this one as kinetic energy as half into m omega square into a square minus y square. And next, this half m omega square, okay, what is a square minus y square? I can write it as a square cos square omega t. Okay, I can write it as a square cos square omega t, right? Where I can write a square minus of y square, as you can see here, a square minus y square is obviously a square cos square omega t. Clearly you can mention. How you can mention it? Because v squares, another formula is what? V formula is a omega cos omega t. Okay, what is the formula for v? A omega cos omega t. Because by doing the derivation of differentiation of y, we achieved this formula in the last class. So what is v square equal to? V square equal to simply a square, okay, instead of this b square I am telling you, okay, a omega a square omega square into cos square omega t, right? This will be the formula. So here also half m as it is, half m as it is. What is v square? A square omega square cos omega t, a square omega square cos omega t. This is another formula. So two way you can represent. One is what way? One is your half m omega square a square cos square omega t. Another one is by taking the acceleration and displacement formula. Okay, so now what is the total energy? For total energy, obviously we have to take the similar terms, otherwise we cannot add. So total mechanical energy involved, we have to take this one and this one, we need to add it, because they are respectively, with respect to time, they are being represented, omega t and omega t, according to the phase. Okay, time period and phase. Total mechanical energy is being involved in this process is the kinetic energy plus of potential energy. What is the kinetic energy here? Half m omega square a square cos square omega t, right? And what is the kinetic potential energy involved here? Half m omega square a square sine square omega t. So what is common? This one is common, half m omega square a square, half m omega square a square, okay, and bracket sine square omega t plus cos square omega t. So I have written here half m omega square a square in bracket sine square omega t plus cos square omega t. What is this known as? 1. Addition of sine square omega t and cos square omega t is 1. So what is the total energy involved? Half m omega square into a square. Okay, so what is the formula is being involved? The formula is being involved here is half m omega square into a square. This is known as what? Total energy involved in the process. Okay, so this much is there for today's class. Let me stop the recording here.